And I'm Andy.
And we're here to talk to you about our company, Distillery. And as you can see, we are in an auction mart. It's a working auction mart, and there are auctions at least a couple of times every week. This side is the cattle side, the other side is for the sheep. And so we have lots of farmers, lots of cattle arriving here, most Mondays and Tuesdays, sometimes Wednesdays and Thursdays as well. And we have the unit just there, which is called the Old Calf Shed. So we started in our 7x7 foot garden shed, and now as you can see, we're in the Old Calf Shed. This is our van, which we've had all pimped up, as it were. And you can see a little face in the van, and that's Gertie. That's our Border Terrier. As you can see, we're right next to the canal, and across from the canal is Hode. The hill is called Hode here in Ulverston, and at the top of Hode is the pepper pot. We call it a pepper pot simply because it looks like one. It's actually the John Barrow Memorial. And in fact, John Barrow, a little bit of information, he was one of the founders of the National Geographic Society and an admiral in the Navy. It's lovely here, especially on warm sunny days. We get kingfishers, swans, ducks, moorhens. We've even had woodpeckers as well. So it's a lovely place to sit and enjoy. And let me take you inside and you can see exactly what I mean. So please come in. Just close that door. So this is our old calf shed bar. As I said, we had the picture window put in so you could enjoy all of those amazing views and the wildlife that you can see there. And before COVID, we used to have lots of people coming in, having an afternoon G&T, gin tours and tastings, etc. On this side, we have our awards wall. And also, you'll see some original paintings by a local artist called Sarah, who runs and owns a company called Paper Bunny. And this is actually the street where we live, and this gin bottle is our house, and the shed is just behind it there. So she did one for winter, for spring, for autumn, and for summer, showing 4 of our different gins. Over here at the bar, lovely bar, we're very proud of this wonderful wood here. And again, another local company, a guy called Martin, who owns Wavy Grain, he made this for us. This is where you come and make your own gin. So here there are little sinks, and so it's all plumbed in, and it's got electric. You use one of these to make your own gin. These are for the water. We know they look like gas pipes, but the water ones are quite boring, so we like the look of the gas ones as if you're back in your physics lab at school. Over here you can see some of the botanicals that are used, and we will give up to 40 botanicals for people to play with while they're making. At the bar, you'll notice we also have a lot of our products. Classically distilled gin, between 40 to 44%, depending on which one. Traditional strength gin elixirs, and we use foraged and locally grown fruit in both of those. We say traditional strength, they're based on gin that we create, 40% proof with the addition of the fruit and just a little bit of sugar to sweeten. And then we also have our hand sanitizer. Now during lockdown, we were able to crowdfund £6,500 from the public and a couple of companies. And with that money, we were able to gift over 5,500 bottles and plus refills to charities, NHS, homeless refuge, Samaritans, etc., all around Cumbria. We continue to do that for charities and schools, but if you are then able to purchase one for yourself, then we have 2 sizes and part of every payment goes back into the fund. And talking about funds, This is where our marmalade fund started, that we talked about in our application. We use fresh zest in our gin, and so we get left with a lot of fresh fruit. So we take the fruit, we mix with botanicals, and then we add in some gin at the end. Very proud of these. A couple of them have won awards as well, so we're pleased about that. And part of every payment of those goes into our marmalade fund, where we donate money to charity. This is our gin tin. So during COVID, people couldn't make it to the shed, and we are still locked down for walk-ins and gin experiences. So we created this, and what it means is that you can have a little bit of the shed in your home. We've put a lot of botanicals together, then also an information and recipe pamphlet, and there's also a live link to, not a live link, but a link to us, and we show you how to do it. So you can do that at home and make your own gin. Another collaboration, this is Ginger Baker's fruit cake, and it's clementine and cranberry fruit cake, and all of the fruit has been soaked in our festive tipple gin. We did this about a year or so ago with them, and we are very pleased to say that we are finalists for the Rural Business Awards Best Drinks Producer, and Ginger Bakers, who make the cake, are finalists for the Rural Business Awards Best Food Producer. So fingers crossed for that one. And we're going to be collaborating with them on another cake in the new year. Okay, so this is, as I said, this is the visitor space, and as well as gin experiences, we have also got our wedding license. So we have had our first wedding in here a couple of months ago, and it went very, very well indeed. We were most pleased. So where it all happens, please come through here. This is our distillery. It's not huge. We only have 100-litre stills, but we only had 25-litre stills in our shed at home, so we have grown, definitely. One of the things about us is the sustainability. We talk about reusing, recycling, etc. And this is a very important part of that. This is a closed coupled system, and basically what it means is we can reuse constantly the cooling water that is needed within the distilling process. Otherwise, all of that water goes down the drain, and we lose thousands and thousands of litres of water. So this way, we're saving all of that water, just able to use it. I think this is probably one of the reasons why we were able to win 2020 the Gin Guide's Environmental Sustainability Award, as well as some other initiatives that we do. You'll notice along the top we have our timeline, a little bit of our timeline, and there's us at the market, and also us in front of our original shed at home. And also Andrew is sitting in another shed. The reason why we're called Shed 1 is because the still went into Shed 1, but we have two sheds. So that shed that Andrew is sitting in is actually Shed 2, and we use that for bottling, etc. For a while. And so this, as said, this is our distillery. This is where we do our packing, and this in there is also our storage space. You might be wondering about the bunting. We put it up for the wedding, and it looked so fun, we thought we'd just leave it up for a little while. So thank you very much for everything. Thank you for listening, and thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. Take care, and goodbye.